Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to League Racing TV here for round number 12 of the TTML Formula 3 Championship. I am Ivan Mike, going to be taking you through the action. Joined alongside with me is Ivan Tonsik, who is going to be joining me for not only a race here around Monza, the Temple of Speed, but also a sprint qualifying. How's it going, Ivan?
Good evening to you. Good evening to you, Mike. Or I think they say it like this in Italian. Buonasera. I don't know. I learned Italian quite long ago, like 4 years didn't learn it. But anyways, enough about that. Yeah, Tempo Speed, Monza, legendary track. Not only main race, but the sprint race as well takes place around here, and let's see who comes out on top.
Yeah, absolutely. As I believe it's going to be 13 laps in the sprint race. Only 13 drivers here today, and 13 is unlucky for some. Will it be unlucky for the championship leader, Tam, who does have an opportunity tonight to seal the championship up? And
there goes Charlie already.
Oh no, as Mad Jonas, the man on the mission, trying to hunt him down, as we'll go through the championship in just a few moments as I make sure everything is sorted on stream. But we're on board with Dundee, who's currently second on his qualifying lap, one shot qualifying here for the sprint qualifying session, just to get a rough idea of the grid as we approach Ascari, one of the most infamous corners on the F1 calendar. You could definitely see a few people losing it on exit, as you see Dundee there getting a little bit sideways, as he did actually go for it with a decent enough speed to challenge Mad Jonas, but I believe Mad Jonas may be the one who is going to take pole position here as he comes through Parabolica. Dundee is right there with him as we approach the line, and it's gonna be Mad Jonas on pole.
Dundee.
Actually, no, it's Dundee.
Legend is second as well.
Wow.
Oh, I think we are in for a close race. Watching the lap times. If you judge the lap times, you're in for a close race.
Well, we'll go through the order real quick. It is going to be Dundee starting on pole for the sprint qualifying race with Legend alongside him. Mad Jonas in third, Dylan in fourth, Tam, the championship leader, in fifth, Yogi in sixth, Pariah in seventh, Powdy in eighth, Langfell in ninth, and Stevie G rounding out the top 10. And outside the top 10 we have NXJ, Yaham and Charlie, who posted in the chat, he said he forgot to turn traction back on, which is why he crashed out. And to be honest, Charlie, traction should be off anyway. It's just quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, learn.
Yeah.
Learn to use no assist. You'll profit from that. No pain, no gain.
I mean, if he does decide to take traction control off, you know, and if he's already got ABS off,
start, but generally it's slower.
Yeah, maybe let's go next season. He could try and push for F2 or maybe even F1 if he decides to take some of these assists off.
Yeah, he could. No pain, no gain, as I said.
Exactly. As we wait for these guys to pick their strategies, and sprint race is going to be exactly the same as a 50% race. It's going to be a one-stop soft mediums. There's no other tire you want to go on. I'll see, we got the 5.7 kilometer, just under 5.8 kilometers actually altogether. 2 DRS zones, one down towards turn 1 and one out of the second Lesmo all the way down to Ascari, as these guys are on their formation lap. And what we're going to do now is quickly go through the championship standing. So there's Tam leading the way on 239 points. He has a 19 point... Is it 19? No, sorry. He has a 24 point lead to second place man, Mad Jonas, with Legend in third on 202 points. Those are the three championship contenders, the main ones. but Mar Jonas needs to outscore Tam here tonight if he wants a chance of taking it to the final round in Brazil. And Legend also needs a big result versus Tam here tonight to get himself into the conversation. Fourth place is Dylan on 158 points, Yogi in 6th on 151, Pariah in 6th on 121, and then we got Dundee in 7th on 116, Yaham in 8th on 115, then we got G-Mac in 9th on 96, and 10th place is Stevie on 87, Langfeld in 11th on 82, and then we have Yelly Gleason, who is retired from the season, on 76, Powdy on 71 points in 13th, Charlie in 14th on 70 points, 69 points are Appledorn, who is not here tonight, as we got the reserves of FPL Vettel in 16th and OWR Christian in 17th on 61 points and 57 points respectfully. Then we got NXJ on 51 points down in 18th place, FRL Biolu in 19th place on 48, and then EVG Donny in 20th on 30 points. And now, honestly, we do have a potential championship decider here tonight, but I believe there's going to be one championship that will be decided, and that is the Constructors' Championship, where Dylan and Sam at the moment have a 106 point advantage to the McLarens in second place. And with that, it's definitely looking like the Constructors is going to get sealed tonight, Ivan.
Yeah, I think it got sealed with quite a few races. Looking at the difference, as everyone's lined up in the grid right now, and we are waiting for 5 red lights here at Monza. It's lights out, away we go.
As, we both said that at the same time, and that's a jinx. Oh my god, did you see that snap there from Matt Jonas there, dropping a lot of positions early on as we approach into turn 1.
Tom is right ahead of him. I think there's some contact. Oh,
Pariah there jumping over the curb, taking the Max Verstappen versus Hamilton line, if you remember that from last season.
Someone's gone already. Yogi. No for thing.
We've got Yaham and Langfeld side by side.
Now we will see some carnage again.
Oh my god! That was NXJ going straight into the back of TNR Langfeld, and that's his front wing completely gone.
Between NXJ and Yaham. Charlie getting pair of them going into Lesmo. NXJ has 3 damage.
What a start from Dundee, by the way. He's already a second clear. Dylan, as you can probably hear my dog barking in the background, my dog is absolutely loving the action out on track and barking an improvement. I'm honestly gonna have to mute my microphone a sec so I can just go see what's going on with my dog. I'll leave you on this battle for 5th. I'll be back in just 2 seconds.
No problem, lads. Yeah, Dundee leads from Dylan, Legend, Matt Jonas, Bodhi, Piraya, Langfeld, Yaram, Charlie, CVG, NXJ, and Yogi will be locked into the pits. As Legend is really close to Dylan. Legend in Alpine sandwich at the moment. And our championship contenders right behind each other in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Right next to each other, should I say. As Legend is again really close to Dylan, going to Variante de la Rocha, 70 gain. Now going to Lesmo Prime. Lesmo. Or Lesmo number 1 and Lesmo number 2. Now going under the old bank circuit into Variante Ascari, named after the famous engine driver world champion from 1951 and 1952. Alberto Ascari is the yellow flag, and Charlie is our first victim of Ascari tonight, and we have virtual safety car, lap 2 out of 13. Let's see, will that turn into safety car perhaps? But yeah, first victim of Ascari tonight, as our guys are using the opportunity to pit. Dylan, Legend, Matt Jonas, Tam, Langfeld, Yarham and CVG all going to the pits. or switching to medium tire. I mean, we can go quite easily, quite a long distance here. Let's see. And we have a couple of drive penalties kicking in. Right as the safety car ended, we have a couple of drive penalties kicking in. With Dylan, Legend, and Andy getting drive penalties. So this really opened the situation for Matt Jonas and Tam. Matt Jonas actually managed to jump down into the pits as Alpines did a double stack. So it's all kicking off here in Monza.
And I've just come back and I've just seen Dundee picking up a drive-through penalty there as I'm not sure, was it a virtual safety car that
Virtual
just
safety
happened?
car, yeah, virtual Delta. Virtual
We've got
safety car.
Yaham on the back of Langfeld, and that's as easy as a move as you like.
Oh, yellow flag sector 2, someone in the Variante de la Rocha, Yogi. I think he clipped that curve.
Yeah, these curbs can be lethal around here at Monza, and plenty of places to lose it. This field is a little bit spread out now as we actually have 3 drivers for drive-through penalties: Dundee, Dylan, and Legend.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think this really goes. I think Jonas and Tam are laughing in their helmets as we have another car victim.
NXJ off into the wall.
Thank God for ghosting.
Yep, his front wing completely evaporated. And honestly, I think that's mainly down to the fact that he's got those white wall tyres on. As here goes Yaham, he's going to look around the outside of Sam here. Can he make it work?
Alonso versus Vettel. Alonso versus Vettel in 2011, and Yarham manages to get through. Really nice move from Yarham.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, guys, NXJ retiring in the pit lane. One thing I will say, guys, is that even though it is a short 25% race, the finishing results here will...
Oh, Dylan! Having a bit of a sideways movement out of Ascari.
Wow. Yeah, so the finishing results from this 25% race will set the grid for the 50% race. So even though Charlie and NXJ and Yogi have had an absolute mare so far, is not over for them. They still have a good chance.
Sorry for interruption.
You're good. Yaham is just dragging Tam along here. Tam not looking to go on the attack, he's looking to use Yaham on those pace of those soft tyres to kind of drag himself up to Mad Jonas here.
With the MotoGP tactics here, I see.
Well, we should be seeing Dundee and Legend momentarily coming into the pits to serve their drive-through. And honestly, for Dundee, it's absolute heartbreak. He's definitely going to need a safety car, and so will Legend to get themselves back into this race.
Yes, but apparently Legend is 16.8 seconds behind Dundee, and pits are not long around here, so I don't think Dundee will lose much as he picks up 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Heartbreak for Dundee. Now Legend also needs to go that character, as if he doesn't do it now, he'll get disqualified. As we have a flag and CVG out on that car, safety car probably, or safety car only, or not.
Just yellow flags, and Legend, they're wise to go into the pits in case it did change to a full course safety car. For the simple fact that if it was a full course safety car, he wouldn't be able to serve his drive-through.
Yep. Dundee only lost 1 place.
Yep, he comes out 8 seconds ahead of Mad Jonas, which honestly for Dundee, Yogi, that's out of Parabolica, and that's a safety car. That is perfect for Powdy and Dundee here.
Yep. The luck went to Dundee.
Now, do you know what I would be doing if I was Mad Jonas and some of the guys behind?
Go ahead.
I would be putting on a set of Red Wool soft tyres now.
Well, interesting. If but could work because makes sense because Dundee and Pody surely will go to mediums. Jonas, if he goes to softs, he'll have that tire advantage for quite a long time.
Should have the tyre advantage for the rest of the race. As Dundee's into the pits, does Mad Jonas follow Mystic Mike's words and comes into the pits? Let's see. Yes, he does. Yaham stays out. Tam stays out. Langfeld in. I'm pretty sure we'll see both of the McLarens possibly coming in as well. Dundee putting on a set of the mediums, as we'll see softs on the Red Bull and softs for the Williams.
5 second speeding penalties.
That is all good. What's called Legend there, picking himself up a 5-second time penalty, and that's the double stack with his teammate. He's not going to lose any places on track, so good day for Legend. And Pariah, I believe, gets the jump on Dylan in the pit lane.
I think he did. I don't know. I did not actually notice that. But this came perfect for Dundee as well because he could get rid of that 5-second time penalty. So he's all good to go. As Sam, I think he did not pit. Interesting.
I just want to. Yeah, I just want to remind everyone as well the point system for sprint qualifying. So you get 10 points for finishing first, 8 points for finishing second, 6 points for finishing third. Fourth, you get the magic 4 points. So all the 4s there for fourth place. Fifth place, you get 3 points, 2 points for coming sixth, and seventh will get you 1 point. Only the top 7 get points here. And obviously there is a point for fastest lap, which currently is held by Yaham. So Yaham currently has that extra point, and interestingly, as obviously Tam right now, with the points advantage that he does have coming into this race over the other two drivers, if he gets a big enough advantage here in the sprint race, all he has to do is just make sure he doesn't finish behind these guys, and he wins the championship here tonight.
Well, yeah, but it's not over till it's not over. I think we saw that many times in real life Formula 1. Brazil 2007, Abu Dhabi 2021, 2012 even, Brazil. So yeah, everything's still open.
We got Dylan and Legend coming back into the pits again. I didn't see them pick up 5-second time penalties. Is this
I think he did that to get rid of the penalty, and he went to the soft, so I think this is a tactical move to get rid of that 5 seconds. I think Dylan did the same, and now both of them will try to use that tire advantage and cut through the field and gain as much as they can.
Let me throw a wild theory out there. Did Dylan pit intentionally to keep the safety car out an extra lap to help Tam?
No, it's in this lap anyways. So
I was just throwing a wild theory out there. Just seeing what sticks.
I don't know. I'm not going with that mind games. I don't know if they have any kind of Flavio Briatore in the team. But yeah, hopefully they did not do some Briatore kind of thing. But I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, everyone will do the same, help their teammates if they're in the same situation. I can say I will do the same. I think you will do the same, Mike. And it's part of the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I don't know about that. I'm very Very spiteful to my teammates. I let them do it themselves. As we got
Here we go
Yaham going for the move on Powdy, and up into the race lead goes Yaham. As we got Tam getting bogged in behind the Aston Martins here, as we'll see Mad Jonas and Langfeld now begin to put the pressure on these medium runners up ahead. And here goes Tam on Powdy. He's going to look around the outside of Curva Grande, and now into the De La Rocha chicane, and that is job done for Tam.
Mad Jonas close to Dundee, going to first Lasmo.
Yep, Mad Jonas has to go now, and looks like Dundee's actually going to be the one most likely to make a move here, as he's a little bit closer to Powdy, but they're going to stay single file. Meanwhile, Dylan all over the back of Langfeld follows through Ascari, but gets a good run, and he's going to go on the outside on the exit. Dylan's going to be able to get this as he got the overspeed.
No, it's not on. That's for me on my screen. Nice. As Jonas is close to them in Parabolica, both to both Boundy and Nandi. Let's see what will happen there. Here, will Jonas try to use those sub-darts and PRS and advantage to maybe it's
going to be free wide turn one. Free wide turn one.
Oh no.
This is not good, guys. This is not good. Free wide turn one. Oh, and that's Powdy off.
Contact. Okay, this was a bit sloppy. Quite sure. I think that's the right term.
It just wasn't the smartest of moves, was it? Free wide turn one is just not the way to go.
Because if I use something harder than that, I think I will got fired from LRTV.
Heartbreak for Powdy. He was on for a very good result here in sprint qualifying, but now is dropping down the order, and now has Legend over the back of him. Legend, one of the championship contenders, and he's now going to try and make a move for that final point paying position. He's going to be able to get it though. No, he's got to stick in behind.
Now Jonas can try to catch up to Dundee. As Cam is close to Yarham as well, not far away. Decent distance as Legend is close to both in Parabolica.
Oh, here goes Legend
down
the inside. The tighter line from Legend there on Powdy, and he gets the move done. And now DRS is enabled. Now this is definitely going to help out Tam in his efforts of chasing down Yarham.
On Powdy. Here he goes. And Powdy gets swamped by two McLarens in a spare couple of meters.
Oh, Tam with a big snap. Tam with a snap. Dundee's through. And Mad Jonas is through as well on the outside of Curva Grande.
And trying to make a move on Dundee as well. Going to De La Rocha.
Oh, is he? Oh, no, he's backed out. He's backed out. That's smart. That's smart from Mad Jonas there. But Tam there with a big mistake. And that is... It's going to cost him a little bit as we have Mad Jonas now getting through.
Attack. But Langfeld surely will, and he's not far away. Same for Legend and Piraya. As Jonas coming down to Variante Ascari. Down the Australia Straight, now through the Ascari they go. I think he got worse exit than Jonas here. Only 2 laps to go in this sprint race.
Mad Jonas has to make this move right now so we can get onto the back of Yarham. Yarham's tyres are wearing. They should still be good for Yarham, but there will be no question that Mad Jonas's tyres will be better, and Dylan's just got through.
Taking the lead. DRS. Easy pass.
Wow, Tam drops down 2 places. And he's got Legend to contend with. Down the inside, Legend! Oh, contact on the exit.
Legend, contact between 2 championship contenders. Will Legend make a move around the outside of Curva Grande?
He's going to try. Tam does not have the ERS, and neither does Legend for that matter, but they're side by side.
Legend, make a bit of contact again. Piraya will also try to take it. This opportunity.
Oh, Piraya's down the inside of the Lesmos.
Wow. I think Tam has some problems with the car.
Yeah, I think Tam may have some damage or something, floor damage. Yeah,
look at that understeer. I think he has damage, surely.
Yeah, surely. Now the question is, can Mad Jonas get the move done on Yaham? He's got a purple middle sector, and he is pushing. He is in DRS range, so he is going to have that toe down in towards turn one. It's going to close him up, and the opportunity he's going to be looking for is possibly
Oh,
into
Yarham is also out of
Ascari.
ERS as well.
Wow, that red, the flashing light. Mad
I
Jonas
think
will
Jonas,
have eyes like dinner plates right
I
now.
think Yarham is dead. Yarham's like done here. This
We're going
race
to
is
see.
just too long for this.
Oh, he's going to go around the outside
Different
into
this
turn
kind of
one.
situation. Oh, really close taking the Verstappen Hamilton line. Oh,
Oh,
again,
a little
contact.
bit more contact. Lads, keep it clean,
Guys, keep it
please.
clean. Please,
Mad
no more
Jonas.
controversy.
Mad Jonas is going to try and force
Oh,
it, but
Yarham goes deep. Goes deep
wow.
again.
Oh, he's
Oh,
come back.
contact. Now Lande's back into play as well.
But now Mad Jonas does not have DRS. Yaham will have DRS, so Yaham will be able to come back here, and Dundee's right in the mix also.
Yeah, let's see. This is like their
Oh,
train
here comes
now.
Yaham. Here comes Yaham.
Oh,
Oh, he's had a little look and he's
weird.
got pinched.
Yeah, weird choice of sides to make the move. I think.
And Dylan! Look at Dylan! Oh, this is going to be
free
wide into Parabolica, maybe. As
Oh no!
oh
Oh no!
no, Dylan can't get through. He's looking for
contact.
space.
Yarham.
Wow! Yaham's around.
Oh, Dylan goes wide. Langfell will have a chance to get a podium here, but I think he'll be a little bit too far. Jonas wins, Gandhi second, Dylan third, Langfell fourth, Legend goes in, finishes in fifth, Viraya sixth, Sam seventh, Pody eighth, and Yarham ninth. I think. Well, what a chaotic last lap. Your reports incoming, I am pretty sure.
Yes, absolutely. And obviously with that sprint qualifying win with the fastest lap, I believe, as well for Mad Jonas.
Yeah, I think last lap he mentioned the fastest lap.
The gap in the championship now is down to 14 points between him and Tam.
Tam is really struggling around this track tonight. Maybe lack of practice, maybe. He's not feeling very comfortable around here, but surely he has some problems because that's not the pace you usually see from Tam.
And I'm just going to do some a quick maths because I believe the constructors could very well be wrapped up after sprint qualifying.
I think that's just the formality.
Yeah, no, but it's nice to you know to get pinpoint when it happens.
Yeah.
So 7 points for the Alpines with the third and seventh, 5 points for the McLarens. That's a 2-point gain for the Alpines. And let's just quickly have a look. 2-point gain, so that would be 108 points. And there's a 112 points remaining. So it's not quite wrapped up just yet, but it was 4 points away from getting wrapped up. It's pretty much wrapped up, let's say.
You don't want to see the chat. It's all kicking up there as well after this sprint qualifying.
I mean, I'll go in there and sort them out now. Don't worry, guys. Mike is on job.
Inspector Mike.
As you can hear me typing furiously in the chat. Yeah, so the gap in the driver is now down to 14 points. It is looking likely that the championship is going to go to the final round, unless Mar Jonas has an absolute stinker of a main race and Tam goes on and performs big. I think for Tam to take the drivers' championship now, if Tam wins the race with fastest lap and Mar Jonas does not get a podium, Tam is the winner. Quick math save for everyone.
Oh, please, I don't want to do much again. Chat. Do maths instead of me, please. I had enough of maths for this week.
We're getting it's crunch time in the championship. Maths has to come into play.
Ah. Oh no, not this again. I'll leave maths to you then.
Please do. As I enjoy maths, lads. I enjoy maths. It's one of my favourite things to do ever. I can't lie. As we have NXJ, he sees us in the spectator mode, and he sees us a safe place, so he's joined us in spectator mode.
Well, NXJ, did he already call it off for tonight? Well, I don't like the mentality, but okay, fair enough, his decision.
I think Legend, after seeing what we just saw in sprint qualifying, I don't think Legend. I think that that sprint qualifying has made Legend a bit chaotic because he wants heavy rain.
Yeah, I saw, but yeah, I think you should watch what you wish, because it could easily happen, and you can easily bottle it. So,
I'm not gonna lie. Rain would get a little bit spicy, and I'd rather rain happen in F3 than tomorrow in F4.
yeah, I know your reasons. I mean, I'm fine
I
with
mean,
rain and for
well, I mean,
if
when
I'm not.
we've had what's called every single sprint race in F4 has turned into a wet race in the main race. So let's not hope. Let's hope three
Well,
times of the
Kota, we
charm.
didn't have sprints, so, but yeah.
I forgot Mad Jonas in
Also,
chat
Charlie
saying,
is also
"Hey,
praying for rain.
what is wrong with these guys? Why rain?" But it's not rain, it is blue
Thank
skies as
God,
we wait for.
thank God, because even if we had carnage in the dry in that first two corners, not only first corners but first lap, imagine what could happen when we had rain. That'll be like carnage of epic levels.
Yeah, let's do our best to avoid uh, any kind of rainfall in Monza. It's a difficult track enough when it's dry, never mind when it's wet.
Oh, legend! He's not happy with this weather.
I am very happy with this weather.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I think this means it could rain in our race tomorrow.
You know,
Oops.
why are you going to put that into the universe for?
Well,
I mean, three times a charm, right? We've had two wet races in sprint qualifying.
one
Third
in
time's a
main
charm.
race, one in normal race. Yeah, but I would also like to drive once and wet. There's just too much wheel spin everywhere. But enough
We're gonna
about that.
see. We're gonna see now what tires everyone's gone on, and obviously free choice of tire compound for everyone now. And it looks like it's a pretty mixed bag in the field.
Well, I see our front row runners going on softs. I think. No.
Yep, soft
Yeah.
tires for Mar Jonas, Dundee, Langfell, Legend and Pariah, and the mediums for Dylan, Tam, Powdy, Yaham, Yogi, Stevie G and Charlie, as believe NXJ he's electing to avoid this altogether.
Yeah, he broke his arm not long ago, and I understand that because I think, yeah, no matter if you jump on rail, it can be exhausting to drive in league racing sometimes, especially if you have if you still didn't recover complete recovery from broken arm. It can be
Yeah,
tough,
now,
that's understandable.
yeah, now Noah's performance in that first race makes a lot more sense, as obviously struggling with the
I'm
strain.
going really close to the information lab coming out of a scary.
Well, interestingly enough, obviously we got the front two going on a set of soft tyres, Dylan on the mediums, and then we got Langfeld, Legend and Pariah on softs. These guys on the soft tyres really have opened themselves up to what I think is the superior strategy around here. Because if a safety car comes out, let's say lap 5, they'll just take mediums to the end.
Yeah, as Hardegg is not high around here. And again, we are waiting for 5 red lights here at Monza. And now I'll leave this to Mike so we don't jinx it once again.
Well, here we go now to those 5 red lights. Lights are out and we are underway, and it's a good start this time from Matt Jonas, and Langfell gets a very good start as well, as he's going to draw alongside Dundee down into turn 1. He's going to outbreak him as we got Legend in behind. Dylan dropping places on his mediums.
Light up between Cody and Charlie. Charlie making a slow place and start.
And Dylan instantly regretting his choice of tyre, because he was just absolutely mugged into turn 1 by all the soft runners behind him.
Yeah, and we have Williams to 3 at the moment. Langfell in front of Dundee.
Yep, I should clarify though to everyone, it's a marathon, not a sprint, so we shall see how it
Charlie
all...
going to pull the down into Legend 1. Not Legend 1, Legend 2.
Powdy has an opportunity to come back, but he's not going to go for it. Probably smart from Powdy. Doesn't want Charlie to drop out that 1 second range, because then these guys at the back, all 4 of them, will be in some serious trouble. As we got Tam getting through on Dylan. Now I'm wondering if that is team orders here.
I think it is, because Tam is obviously in fight for championship, and he obviously feels better than Dundee.
Oh, Dundee on the back of Langfeld. Sorry to cut in, and he's going to go down the inside and will move up into...
them. Too far to make a move. Oh,
Langfeld!
Oh.
Back end snapping on him, and he's dropped out that 1 second window. And now this is where Langfeld needs to use and try to get back within 1 second, because he can't afford to drop out this 1 second window and be the head of the train. He needs to be in a train and not the head of it.
Yep, and Pariah is also floating down on his teammate, and Tam is right at the back of him.
Now, interesting. If you was Legend right now, would you be asking Pariah to do the honours of making life as difficult as possible for Tam, and also potentially backing him up a bit?
Obviously I would, because I'll be in championship fight. I will ask from my teammate to help me by doing a Bottas basically, or doing a
yeah, Perez. I was going to say a Perez.
Doing a Perez, yeah, Minister of Defense. But also Bottas did that quite a few times. But
here comes Legend. on Langfeld, and he's going to move down the inside. Legend now up into P3.
But yeah, as I said,
Langfeld there gets a little bit too much on the curb, and he almost loses his car.
had a bit of moment. So dumb. But as I said, I will ask the help of my teammate because I'm in championship fight, he's not. And F1 is a team sport, and you are in team. You have to play like a team. As Dylan nearly loses it, coming out of Roger. I mean, that's my mindset. If you're part of team, you have to play like a team. Your teammate. You shouldn't be egocentric. If I was in that kind of situation, if the roles were reversed, if I was not in championship fight, my teammate was, I would also help him. He asked me to. That's how the sport works.
Well, Legend now outside that 1 second window and is now going to pay for it because Tam is just going to use the DRS to close in and eventually make that move. But Pariah, I don't think it's going to give this up without a fight. Meanwhile, we got Langfeld in the back of Legend, and Langfeld chooses to back out of it. Dundee has used quite a lot of his ERS to try and close down Mad Jonas, but he's still just outside that 1 second window that he needs. He needs a very good middle sector here. He needs to nail the De La Rocha chicane.
Yep, and it's now Pariah goes in on Langfeld.
And Pariah needs to get in the DRS range of Langfeld as well.
Dylan is round, and I think he has no win. Coming to first Lesmo.
Wow, that is heartbreaking for Dylan. He's going to drop all the way down the order, and now Tam has lost his rear gunner.
Yep. Now
got Charlie getting through on Yaham there, down inside into Ascari there. Charlie up into P7.
Charlie making really bold moves in this race, I'm gonna lie. As Pariah is right behind Langfeld, who is also right behind Legend. Jonas still extending his advantage over Dundee. He's going steadily.
Legend not using any ERS.
Dundee Langfeld is for take a move.
So Yaham gets through on Charlie, Yogi gets through on Powdy. As one Aston Martin doesn't overtake, the other gets overtaken.
Dylan retired from in pits.
Now I don't know why. I don't know why Dylan would.
Stevie and Cody.
I don't understand why Dylan would retire in the pits. It's lap 5 of 27. Safety cars are still a thing. They can come into play and help you out. Even if you have a bad start, safety car can really save your race. And
yeah,
honestly, if Tam retires, and let's say Legend and Pariah now get a 1-2, the constructors will go on till Brazil.
Yeah, but we'll see what will happen. And yeah, I don't also understand the people who are saying that in the pits this early in the race that this has become a trend on this game.
Here comes Charlie on Yaham for P7, and these two going to trade positions once again, and up into P7 goes Charlie. He does have a good 30% extra ERS than Yaham, so he could use that and try and pull away.
Yep, exactly. And Kumei tried to take up Tam and Pariah, and they're going to have
actually Yaham's going to try and come back at Charlie straight away. Backs out of it into the Del Roger chicane. So Yaham, he had an opportunity to go side by side, but backed out of it as we're on lap 6 of 27. It is Mad Jonas still leading the way. Has a 1 second lead to Dundee, and he's been holding it comfortably at 1 second for a while, and he does have
Oh, yellow flag.
20% extra, and oh my god, that's Yogi. Yogi's around.
Well,
Is
that
that
did 3
window?
cent penalty.
Wow. But Dundee's now in DRS range.
Yeah. What happened to Jonas?
I think Dundee's track ascension has gained him some time.
Yeah, maybe he gained back out. Because reading the debrief said if you gain some time and you don't knock out, Stewards will give you the penalty afterwards.
Yeah, I think there could potentially be a Stewards report going in for that.
Oh, Piraya right at the back of Langfeld. Literally, you'll see his gearbox is from his nose jam.
I tell you what, Tam is doing a good job keeping with these soft runners. His tyres will slowly start to become the better tyre in the next couple of laps. So Tam doing a very good job as Pariah now all over the back of Langfeld for P4. And honestly, Pariah getting through is what Legend needs.
Well, exactly. At that point, Piraya will again be the rear gunner of Langfeld, and they could use themselves, they could help each other to catch up to Dundee.
Potentially, they got hope that
now, closer and closer. Did Jonas push too much and his car just dropped off?
I don't think so. I think that's just DRS reeling them in. As we should see this gap now close to just a few tenths.
DRS, but Blanco also has DRS and Legend. Oh, look up for Piraya.
Yeah, big lock up there from the McLaren. As he gets an okay exit, doesn't get the best of exits, and Tam he's just biding his time at the moment. He can see one of his championship rivals just up the road, which is what he likes to see, but is not the one that's chasing him down in the championship the closest. That would be Mad Jonas, who's currently leading the way, but he does have Dundee now closing in with DRS, and I think Mad Jonas is quicker, but once Dundee got that DRS, it's just such a big game changer, because now Dundee can save his DRS and continue to close in on Mad Jonas.
I think Mad Jonas this couple of laps to try and get an undercut or prevent possible undercut of people behind him.
I mean, it is possible the undercut could come out soon, and Mad Jonas is going to stick it out for another lap. Will we see any of the McLarens come off into the pit stop? Nope, they're all sticking it out. And
DRS goes up on Piraya. A little bit too far.
Legend has
locked up.
Yep, Legend has no ERS to his name as Charlie gets through on Yaham once again. Those two trading positions, and you've got Dundee all over the back of Mad Jonas, so the DRS has helped massively for Dundee. He does have that 3-second time penalty though, but he has a comfortable 4.6 second gap to Legend behind.
Yeah, Mad Jonas and Dundee in league of their own at the moment. They're going a little bit too wide. It's a second less more. As now, Legend almost dropped Langfeld out of DRS range. Help Piraya.
We are seeing it now. It does look like Legend and Mad Jonas have the pace on the guys directly behind them in the DRS train, but because DRS is so powerful here, they just cannot shake them.
Oh, I thought Piraya is going to pits. I thought one McLaren of Legend will go in. I saw it at the moment, but
I think Legend was trying to bait Langfeld to come into the pits, knowing that Pariah was coming in, because Pariah may have the pace on Langfeld here.
I think, yeah, he was pretty. So moments that we're pretty close to Langfeld actually in his gearbox, but he just couldn't do the DRS effect. So right now Piraya knows that he has space, and now he's trying to use that undercut to overtake Langfeld through the on the strategy, not on track.
Well, Pereira had 100% ERS and breaking into turn 1, so he's got plenty of ERS to kind of push with now, as he's 18 seconds down on his time. What's the gap between him and
someone
Legend?
of the leaders will respond in that picks up from Piraya.
Well, we see Marjonas come into the pit, so will we see Dundee come in? Dundee travels very wide and is off track massively. All caught on stream, but they both stay out, as Langfeld Legend also stay out. Tam, his tyres are now becoming the better tyres, and he is sniffing an overtake here.
No, Langfeld really late on brakes.
And Charlie gets through on Yaham again.
Yeah, the two are really trading places like for good 5 or 6 laps.
Honestly, we should just stay on board with this, because this is where all the overtakes are happening right now.
To be fair, that's true.
Well, the gap between Legend and Pariah is 14 seconds. Sorry, not 14 seconds. 24 seconds. So it is going to be close as soon as these guys come into the pits. But can Pereira get this undercut to work?
He's gaining time, frankly.
Langfeld closing in on Legend. Does Legend pull the trigger and come into the pits now? Yes, he does. And Langfeld, late call to follow him in. And both of these guys now into the pits.
Trade before Parabolica, or how it was called for the last Grand Prix, for Michele Alboreto.
Well, let's see if Pereira is going to get this undercut to work. They're coming out of the pit lane right now.
I think he's getting it.
Oh, he's going to get through on Langfeld.
Legend.
He's going to allow Legend through. No, he's going to go ahead of Legend. Legend's going to do a switchback. Pereira's not going to fight this too much, I don't think. The McLaren side by side.
I think they're just blocking Langfeld at this point.
Oh, Langfeld, he's trying to go for it as well. He's trying to follow Legend through. Oh, he's hit the back of Legend. Pereira's around the outside. And he holds a position.
So nice tactics from McLaren. Legend just went a little bit too much through there.
That is horrible now for Langfeld, because now Legend has his rear gunner now directly behind him, and now as Dundee's into the pits. So Mad Jonas going on again for another lap.
Well, Jonas is doing Checo Perez, I think, with the tire saving.
Here comes Yaham once again on Charlie. These two have been trading positions back and forth so much you'd think they were playing a trading card game with the amount of times they traded positions.
Just a bit like when you play Uno and then all of a sudden you get tons of reverse cards.
Yeah, the Uno reverse card come out to play as Pereira there, big lockup, big mistake from Pereira. And he's dropping out of DRS range on his teammate, which is not particularly great for Pereira.
Leon's finally fit now.
Well, we see our race leader.
Maybe he's using DRS to fit. I think this is in luck. Could be. Nope.
No, he stays out another lap.
Tom will take. Charlie will take Johan. Charlie finally got yours or Johan goes again.
We're going to see Yaham go back through on Charlie here momentarily as Dundee gets the move done
here you go again.
on Stevie. Job done. Now Langfell on Pariah. Pariah's got no ERS. You see the weave. Langfell's going to look to the inside. Oh, contact! Pariah's got to take the off.
Only 3 seconds for that. Wow. We're not saying letting Dundee, not Dundee to Langfell, to let him go.
Langfell's going to stick behind Pariah. Well, I mean, that has just helped Legend out massively. Now he has a 2-second lead to his teammate, and even if Langfell does get through, it's going to take him a while. And I think Langfell may have a bit of damage here. Mad Jonas now into the pits. Will Dundee get the undercut on him? He's going to have DRS off Powdy, so you would think he'd have the overspeed coming into the pits, but we're going to see if the undercut was the way to go, as Yaham's also in.
Let's see if Dundee managed to undercut. Oh, this will be close.
Yeah, Dundee's got
Dundee got him. And he's overtaking Powdy right now.
The question is, does Dundee have the pace to stay ahead of Mad Jonas and pull away with that 3-second time penalty?
Well, yes, that's one lap pressure cars, and those two were clearly in the league of their own for tonight. And yeah, we'll see what will happen. You know, it's so hard to predict who will come out on top. I think we should see Tam in the pit shortly as well.
Well, Tam's going to be the interesting one, because he's going to come out on fresh soft tyres, but will he come out behind Pariah?
I think he's going to come out.
We're going to find out now. He's in the pits.
So let's see. Was my prediction right?
Remember, Legend was ahead of Tam before the pit stop phases, so was Pariah, but Pariah did tangle himself up with Langfell, who did have to make another stop. So we'll see. Legend should be able to get the jump on Sam, who's just exiting the pit lane now, so there goes Legend, and he's going to slot in between the two McLarens.
Perfectly played. And I think Tam could not imagine the better scenario.
So now Tam, obviously on those fresh softs, has a great opportunity to pick up the fastest lap point as well. Lap 16 of 27. There's Charlie out in the lead, still waiting for his pit stop. Dundee is leading, is in the net lead on track, but he does have 3 seconds of time penalties, which will put Mad Jonas into the lead, and Mad Jonas is closing in on Dundee naturally, even without DRS.
I think that's extra pace coming into play, and Charlie I think killed it now.
And this battle between Tam and Legend could be a tasty one, because
Jonas fastest lap.
Yeah, Mad Jonas fastest lap, as Legend, he's on the outskirts of this championship battle. He did gain just a few points on Tam in sprint qualifying, but I believe if Tam finishes ahead of him, his championship hopes and dreams are over and done with.
but I think Jonas will be bring now that
Oh, yellow flag.
some good
Jarham.
Jarham that run around or
I think he's got onto the curb and has lost the car slightly. And now, instead of having a good undercut on Charlie, he's now behind Charlie, so he's rejoined his old mate that he's been trading positions with back and forth for such a long time. We've got Legend now in DRS range of Stevie G, Tam's in DRS range of Legend, and this now is getting spicy as we got Mad Jonas now all over the back of Dundee for the race lead.
I think Jonas stepped up with the pace.
As I think Stevie's just got out the way there as we got Tam and Legend side by side, and Legend I think backing off slightly just so he can gain DRS down the main straight. Tam is going to have to grip on those soft tyres. Mad Jonas is going to go for the move on Dundee here into turn 1, down the inside he'll go. Mad Jonas goes a bit deep though, but he covers it off on the exit. Meanwhile Legend now unable to get a move done on Tam, but Tam very low on ERS, and Legend would have seen that red light flashing as they approach the braking zone, and Legend now needs to stick with Tam, needs to stick in that DRS range because Tam does not have the ERS to really answer right here, and Legend, as long as he can stick with him, he's got a chance of re-overtaking him. As Mad Jonas and Dundee still line the stern in first and second. Tam is trying to break DRS, unable to do so as of yet. And here's the thing now for Pariah. He's going to have some very fast soft runners rapidly closing him down now for the next couple of laps.
Yeah, sure is already back on him.
I think as of right now, we can confirm that as it stands right now, the Alpines will walk away with the Constructors' Championship, even though Dylan has crashed out. At the moment, Tam up in third place, the Constructors' Championship will be wrapped up. The interesting thing is, if it stays like this, Mad Jonas goes into Brazil 4 points behind Tam.
Oh, close drama. Close championship going right on the wire, and the final race of the season is Brazil, where have you seen that before? Charlie overtakes Piraya around the outside, coming to Ascari with the help of DRS on the Serrallo straight.
Well, here's another interesting thing as well. Tam obviously on those soft tyres. He could potentially use the grip of those soft tyres to kind of claw himself into that penalty window of Dundee.
Yeah, he's already gaining quite a bit.
So it could only be a 5 point
loss. Yellow flag.
Yellow flag, Stevie's out.
Safety car. Surely.
It is. It's a full course safety car. Wow, wow.
How tables have turned.
The race has been reset here on lap 20. Drama in the final third of this race as Mad Jonas, surely he has to pit and chuck on fresh softs. Same with Dundee.
Sure. Yeah, also Legend, Piraya as well, and that's pretty much everyone on mediums. Not pretty much, that's everyone on the mediums right now.
I mean, would Tam come into the pits as well? That's the question. Tam may stay out, but I think for Mad Jonas and Dundee, they have to pit.
They have to, yeah.
We've got Jamie in the chat supporting Legend. Legend also, I think, has to pit as well. He has a decent gap to Charlie behind, but I think Charlie will be staying out. And beyond that,
it will be stupid for him to pit with only 2 laps
Dundee's
so
in.
soft.
Matt Jonas has baited Dundee to go into the pits, and Matt Jonas has stayed out. Is that a mistake? I think it is.
That's surprising. Really, I will also call it mistake.
And Charlie's going to move up now into 3rd ahead of Dundee. Pariah up into 4th. Yaham into 5th, and this has now just turned on its head. Mar Jonas, I think, has made a big mistake by staying out in those mediums. Tam, on those fresher, softer tyres, he's comfortably going to have the grip advantage now until the end of the race. Mar Jonas is in AI mode, I just want to point it out. I mean, I see it on stream. Disgraceful behaviour. Charlie and Pariah now are like roadblocks, and Yaham for that matter, roadblocks for Dundee and Legend here. This is going to be a very, very interesting final few laps. As we got Jamie in the chat, everyone on Sauce House and this time to get Mad Jonas. Yep, exactly. That's why we thought he would have come into the pits. That was a smart play to do. Tam, even though by the time we get to the end of this race, his tyres will be potentially reaching like the end of their usable life, he should have enough grip advantage to get ahead of Mad Jonas and get clear, and same for Charlie for that matter. I don't know, what do you reckon, Ivan? Hello, Ivan? I believe we have lost Ivan, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost him. He may be going to get a drink, or he may be talking to someone in his room. We don't know, but we'll have to wait and find out. But safety car.
Alright, I think I'm back.
Yeah, you are back now. As Jamie said, I don't think Pariah could do anything there. Double stack in this game is a nightmare. I mean, the thing is, Pariah had the gap to Powdy.
Well, he obviously had after that collision with Blankfell earlier, and he also had the gap to his teammate because before the pit stop double stack was like around 10 seconds that you will lose, and now you will lose 4 seconds or 6 seconds, something like that.
Like, the way I see it, Pariah has potentially put himself on a one-way ticket to finish P10.
Real-time problem there and impossible. I don't know. What's this master plan? What's this Norwegian master plan? I'm just wondering.
Also, I just want to take a second to admire the helmet of Pariah. That's actually a very nice helmet.
Hey, it looks nice. Yeah,
If it fits the blue McLaren, and oh my god, this is a late safety car. Wow, this is incredibly late. As Mad Jonas now will back the pack up, and he's gone. Tam has reacted very well, and this is going to be interesting because here comes Legend on Dundee. Legend has done a better job reacting than Dundee has, and he's going to try around the outside into turn 1. He's got to be careful of Yarham though.
Look up from Yarham, but Legend gets the move done.
No, he doesn't. Dundee holds it around the outside.
Tam on Jonas, really close to each other.
Championship challengers duking it out here.
They're late on brakes. Still holds up.
I just wanna put this out there. So the gap.
Legend and Dundee. Went through and
Legends
we have
around. Legends around, and that's his championship over and done with now. Legend.
Also close to the leader.
If it wasn't over before, it is now.
Oh.
Raya trying to hold on with everything he has. I think it's going to be one of those things where he's just not going to have enough, as Dundee's now going to look to try to go around the outside of Parabolica on Yaham, unable to do so. Meanwhile, we're going to revert back up to the front. Here comes Tam. He's using his ERS. He's going to breeze past Mad Jonas.
But Jonas has more ERS than Tam. Around 15% more. So, thing is though, when will Tam softs drop off the cliff? When they will fade off? The Jonas lost it, but they were just these. Really perfect.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really see Tam's tyres dropping off that much, as obviously we've had a couple of laps on the safety car, so he hasn't lost much weight in those tyres over the past couple of laps. So I think for Mad Jonas, he's got to use hers to get within DRS, and he's just got to time his overtake on Tam perfectly for him to take the win.
Well, he'll have the huge help that he'll have DRS available while Tam did not have it.
Dundee on Yaham again.
After the safety car, we don't have DRS.
Yaham's out. Oh, it's Dundee's going to try and outbreak Yaham around the outside once again. And he's up for the switchback. He's got a better run. And he's on the ERS. But Dundee does have the slipstream. Yaham has the slipstream on Pariah. Dundee's right underneath that gearbox. Oh my god, is it going to be free wide into turn 1 again? Hopefully not.
Oh, no.
And
Yaram break. Oh, Dundee.
A little bit of contact. Oh, the Verstappen hammered the line, and Dundee's lost it. Proudy's through, Langfell's through, and now Dundee's down into 8th place. And right now it looks like he'll, if he can't get back through. Oh my god, contact between Proudy and Langfell. Wow.
Oh.
Langfell will not be happy with that, I don't think.
Well, I don't think he'll be happy with this race at all. Having a decent pace, but then getting hit by Pariah and now.
Tam made a mistake. Tam had a snap on the exit of the Lesmos. And this is DRS now for Mad Jonas. He's not in the slipstream. He doesn't want to get close enough into Ascari.
He'll just wait for the last moment, for the right moment to overtake. As Charlie is not also far away, so
yeah, Charlie is a part of this. Charlie is a massive part of this, because this could be the difference between Mad Jonas and Tam being separated by 4 points, or Mad Jonas and Tam being separated by. Oh, here comes Mad Jonas. He's going to go through, and here comes Charlie. Charlie, is he going to get both of them? He's going to get Tam.
Tam, I think he did not use his ears quite well, so I think he'll just try to stay in this lap or two. But Charlie's.
But the thing is, look at the ERS that Mad Jonas and Charlie does.
So,
will Charlie be taking up the victory?
Did not take it. Could this be his redemption day and his redemption race?
We'll have to wait and see. Tam
is dropping off. Tam is dropping off. Tam is dropping off massively. Charlie and Jonas.
And Charlie is going to go for the move on Mad Jonas here. He's going to breeze past. But this could be a tactic from Mad Jonas to potentially get the DRS down in towards turn 1, which will be a lot more powerful. But Charlie does have a bit, almost the same amount of ERS as Mad Jonas. This is going to go down to the wire here.
Yeah, but the DRS is really far around here. Basically, you've seen this. When Charlie had DRS, he passed Mad Jonas like he was driving an F2 car.
Yep, and now we're going to see as Charlie. Little flicker into AI momentarily as Mad Jonas is backed out of it. He
He's
hasn't
too
gone down
far.
the inside. Too far behind. Can Charlie get a good run now
Coming
towards
out of
the
contention.
Lesmos?
Coming out of contention, definitely. Will he try to make a win, Variante de la Rocha? Maybe.
Nah, it's going to be a Scary or Parabolica.
Yeah, maybe that's right. Charlie. Oh, bit of moment.
Mistake. Can Mad Jonas take this victory here on the final lap?
Here comes Jonas. Bit of gravel. Bit of gravel on the exit,
Enough.
but here comes
Not
Jonas.
enough.
Going
Oh,
around the
contact.
outside. Woo! What the?
Surely not contact.
Oh god.
Oh!
That's
Oh
it.
my god.
Championship, that's it. Tam is the new champion. What on earth happened there? Dundee is now going to second place. Charlie will take the win. What happened there?
My god, ladies and gentlemen, I
have no
believe
words. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Charlie gets the win. Dundee gets second. No, Tam gets second. Yarham gets third. Yogi gets fourth.
ladies and gentlemen, in the penultimate round of the season, the Alpines pick up the Constructors' Championship, and last lap drama there between Charlie and Mad Jonas ended with the result of Mad Jonas losing the car on the exit Rascari into the wall, and with that loses the championship to Tam. Tam is the Formula 3 champion here in TTML. My god, I have no words for that last lap. That last lap, it all kicked off.
In my 1 year, maybe slightly more than 1 year career in league racing as a driver, and little bit shorter as a commentator, I've saw plenty of things, but I haven't seen anything similar to this, like ever. So I also have no words. Jonas, it seemed he cracked under pressure. We saw in Mexico, he was a bit sloppy. Crashing out in qualifying, having some incidents in that race. Also here, making weird decisions, I must admit, and I think he just went one bit too much from that move, chose the wrong side to make a move, because obviously you could see that Charlie was pretty much in the middle of the track, or maybe a bit more to the outside of Ascari, and usually if you want to overtake at Ascari, you usually go down the inside, I will say. You just try to outbreak it that way, and Jonas simply did a mistake, cranked under pressure, and that's it. That's championship going to Scotland.
Yep, Tam takes the championship in one of the most dramatic fashions possible. As I believe, obviously, the points, the way things work in TTML is 25 points for second place, and I believe the gap going into the main race was 14 points, which is why it was going to get tantalisingly juicy if Mad Jones was able to pick up the win there. And it would be 4 points into Brazil, but Mad Jonas crashed out 25 points to Tam, plus 39 points clear of second place, and with that wraps up the championship in the penultimate round. And honestly, I don't usually do interviews, but I kind of want to get him in, because obviously he's just won the championship. I kind of want to get him in.
He's a champion.
Yeah, we gotta get the champion in.
Yeah. Maybe Van Jonas if he's not pissed after what happened.
Uh,
Um,
yeah.
yep, about that. But he seems pretty cool looking at the chat. Nothing to.
We'll just wait to see if he does want to join. If he does, would you be able to send him an invite? We'll wait to see. He may not
I
want
will.
to jump in, but
Okay. No problem. I'm just ready. Just getting ready.
we'll wait to see if he responds first.
Yeah. No problem.
We'll give him a minute or two. Obviously, he was disappointed to win the championship that way, but
Yeah. I totally understand him.
I think he'd rather it done on track than winning it through someone DNFing. But
Yeah, but
I mean, I can understand it. Like if you're gonna win, he said he's already gone off. So unfortunately, we won't be able to have a interview with our TTML Formula 3 champion. It is unfortunate, and obviously we hope he'll turn up next week, and maybe we'll get our interview with him after the race next week. Maybe him alongside his teammate Dylan, who I know went off a long time ago after his crash out
yeah.
early. Well, I say crash out. He retired in the pits early on in the race. But yeah, what a final lap! What a massive talking point, and what a season it has been for Tam this season, and a fully deserving champion in my opinion. He has looked impervious at times this season. He has struggled also at times this season, but he was able to pull it out when him at a dim buckle under the pressure, and a little bit of luck goes his way. And sometimes you need some luck in Formula One racing to win championships. But with that, that brings an end to the race here in Italy. And Ivan, do you have any final words for this race?
Yeah, what a race once again. Uh, Tom, obviously, I will agree there with you. Deserved to win the championship. No, I think no matter who won it, if it was him or Matt Jonas, they will be deserved winners. Obviously, Jonas with that comeback. I think he even started as a reserve, or he did not compete in first few races to pull that comeback out and to fight for the championship right down to the wire. Tam, really consistent. You must admit, he struggled. Yeah, this race was one of those in which he struggled at certain periods, but he pulled it off when it mattered the most, as you said, and really, really deserved championship for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, driver of the day. Uh, who who do you think is a good shout for driver of the day? Because honestly, I was originally going to go with Charlie initially, but I think with the contact at the end with Mad Jonas, plus a bit of an asterisk on him being driver of the day, so I would now probably have to give it to Tam.
Uh, Charlie. I think I'll go with Charlie. I don't think that was predominantly Charlie's fault. Yeah.
It's just an asterisk, and it's like I got with
Yeah.
Tam because it's like a cleaner race.
Yeah, but it's difficult to choose. But I also go for Tam. Obviously, pulled it when it mattered the most. Won the championship. Picked his battles when Didn't take any risks and drove like a champion today.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, with that, guys, ends the stream. But if you want to tune in to more TTML action, obviously, right now, TTML F2 is, I believe, is still currently live on twitch.tv slash the Masters League.
James talking about Eurovision again.
He probably is. He probably is. I'm not going to lie. But Eurovision talk aside, if you want to watch that race, obviously you can watch it on Twitch, but also it will be uploaded here onto the League Racing TV's YouTube channel tomorrow. But also tomorrow we have both myself and Ivan taking it to the circuit as TTML Formula 4 gets underway, and that will happen tomorrow at 8 p.m. And of course, Sunday the big boys come out to play. It is TTML F1 at 7 p.m. also on the Masters Championship. The Masters League YouTube. I'm getting confused with everything now. The Masters League Twitch channel. Oh, it happens. It's been a long day, a very long day. But until next week, guys, when we come back for Brazil, I've been Ivan Mike. He's been Ivan Tonsek. And we shall see you next time.